We're playing the game.
Fuck, guys, this is Majora's Mask. Are y'all even ready for it?
No one's ready for it. No one
Not
expected
that-
it.
Not that first time you play it. Just like looking at the very title screen, you know? We're a little past it at this point, but
Should I name him Link or call him my ass?
your ass, of course.
My ass. Oh, fuck, what are we doing? So, this will be the adventure of my ass.
Oh, man.
We're already off to a great start here.
You know it's a good run when your name's my ass.
So, Majora's Mask. Direct sequel to the hit game Ocarina of Time. Ocarina of Time. Whichever you which pronounce it.
It's probably Ocarina, but I'm stuck in my bad ways.
I think I actually have heard from people that it's Ocarina,
Oh, really?
but I tell them to fuck off and call it Ocarina.
I like the way you think. Here, here.
Because I'm going off like the Japanese syllabic pronunciation, basically.
Right.
Because I'm a huge weeb.
Oh, yeah. Weeboo pride up in here.
So this game is pretty interesting.
Pretty interesting is one way to describe it. So
Actually, it's basically my favorite Zelda game, and in my opinion, probably one of the top Zelda games. I like it a lot better than Ocarina of Time.
yeah, definitely.
I mean, Ocarina of Time's a great game, but this blows it away.
Definitely. I mean, in my opinion, Majora's Mask is definitely the best in the series. And that's saying a lot, because there's some really memorable Zelda games. But Link to the Past, Wind Waker, like, none of them got nothing on Majora's Mask. It's just so innovative in the way it brings new stuff to the table. It was a big, like, it's hard to say it or even see it now, but it was a big graphical improvement on Ocarina of Time. And just...
Yeah, because you even needed the expansion pack to play it.
Exactly.
Like, I got the expansion pack for the N64 specifically to play it.
Everybody did. I mean, what were you going to use?
Donkey Kong 64 or whatever.
Right?
But
Like-
I never played that.
Exactly.
The only Zelda game that holds up to this, in my opinion, is Twilight Princess, which might be a bit of an unpopular opinion, but Twilight Princess is really, really near and dear to my heart, and actually shares a lot of common themes with this game, if I remember correctly.
I think so too.
It's a lot more dark than a lot of Zelda games.
Mm-hmm.
Like even when Ocarina of Time gets kind of dark near the end, like there's still a lot of the game that's kind of this happy, fantastical presentation of the world.
Yeah, and there's this before and after to that too. Because things get happier, like, immediately after you beat the game. And, like, when things look happy in Majora's Mask, it's creepy.
There's always a sinister side to everything about this game. Majora's Mask also has the most memorable NPCs, including Tattletale, the Skull Kid, even here from the very beginning.
Yeah.
And even though pretty much every character in the game is a reused model from Ocarina of Time, like, they managed to have so many ongoing storylines that weave this intricate tale of this world that we go into.
Definitely. The Happy Mask Salesman, it just blew me away as a kid seeing him. Because in Ocarina of Time, he's just standing around with his masks and stuff.
Yeah, he's just a side quest character. But you don't think of anything about him.
Exactly. Nothing about him seemed creepy at all in Ocarina of Time.
Oh,
But
they really ramp it up here.
Oh, Jesus, did they ever.
So, now that we're in the game, you're Link, the same Link from Ocarina of Time, of course.
Right.
You traveled into the Lost Woods to find Navi.
Mm-hmm.
Because she kind of fucked off after the end of Ocarina of Time. Oh god, those jump animations.
Right.
Like, they just try to blow you away from the very beginning.
They really did, and they did a good job of it.
And here, this transfer point kind of causes a lot of different theories about this game. Like, a lot of people say that Link died, became a Skulltula, or not a Skulltula. What's it called? One of the skeleton warriors. You know what I'm talking about.
Oh yeah, a Stalfos.
A Stalfos. Yeah, because that's what happens in Ocarina of Time when adult humans go into the Lost Woods.
Right.
Or adult humans become Skulltula. Fucking Stalfos. And kids become Skull Kids.
Yep.
I'm just of the mind that Termina, or however you pronounce it in Hyrule, exist in the same world, and that there's just some weird magic going between them in the Lost Woods.
Right. Like Termina's like a B-side to the world.
Not even a B-side, just another nation separated.
There we go.
Like if you dig deep enough and look at the Adventure of Link world map, because Adventure of Link takes place way north of Hyrule, because Death Mountain is on the very south of the map. You can actually connect it and make the Great Bay actually eventually connect to at least in fan theories, up with the Adventure of Link worlds, because you do cross the ocean in that one.
Right. I never even considered that. That's brilliant.
See, I did a lot of forum-based role-playing around Zelda stuff, so
it's the series to do
the lore.
Yeah, exactly. It's really the series to get into it.
I'm also not really a fan of those whole "it's all a dream" fan theories.
Right.
So, Skull Kid stole my horse, tried to stole my ocarina, and turned me into a Deku.
I think it's... I want to hit on that, actually, for a second.
You want to hit on Deku Link?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Look at that
Deku
mouth.
Link, definitely. Oh,
it's got those dick-sucking lips.
It really does, man. You know, he can get some action. But no, the Skull Kid here, vaguely hinted that he actually killed Epona. Right off the bat, this game is getting dark. Who died in Ocarina of Time, you know what I mean?
Well, a lot of people, actually. Well, it's said that a lot of people died.
But there's never the implication, you know?
But there was some morbid shit in Ocarina of Time, too. The one guy that shows up in Kakariko Village at night, the brother of the character who becomes Anju in this one. He turns into a monster, into a Stalfos, during the Begoron sword quest. So yeah, Tattle just was working with this shit and fucked her shit up, and now is like, help me, because I am a tiny fairy and can't open a door.
And it's not like you're getting yourself back to normal just standing around, so you go ahead and do it.
I'm sorry, so take me with you.
The beginning of a beautiful friendship.
I think there's some hints that Skull Kid is both, spoiler alert, he's a friend, or an old friend of the Giants of Termina, and also might be the Skull Kid that you give the monster mask to in Ocarina of Time. There's this weird crossover shit that doesn't make all that much sense. But
right, I've read some of that though. That's the great thing about fan theories with Legend of Zelda, because there are always points that are missing and don't make enough sense, but they're just so much fun that you can't care too much.
Yeah, and Nintendo totally runs with them. I mean, look at the official Zelda timeline.
Right.
I'm so used to... I'm using an Xbox 360 controller on this, and I'm so used to games that use the right analog stick for camera control that I'm just so thrown off by it. It's been a while since I played this. Some nuts.
Deku nuts are underrated.
They really are.
I always thought they were one of the cooler items in the N64 games, but people didn't appreciate.
I went the wrong way. I'm gonna die. No!
Oh!
I made it.
Oh, wow.
we're like 5 minutes into the game, and it's already running by the skin of our teeth.
Death and mayhem.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, there we go. Our first death in our Majora's Mask playthrough.
Well, it's not a real death.
I mean, I think it counts.
We still got 3 hearts. Like, we didn't take any damage from it. We're fine.
This is true.
So this game, as well as being pretty strange from a standpoint of story and gameplay, also has a kind of a weird development history with it too. I don't know if you know much about that. Basically, one of the people working on basically an enhanced remake of Ocarina of Time went to his boss and said, I'm tired of working on this rehash shit. So his boss went, okay, you've got a year to make a game, basically on a bet, and the team came up with Majora's Mask.
Oh, shit.
And because of the time constraints, it's a big reason why most of the models are reused from Ocarina of Time.
That makes perfect sense.
So this is actually the mask, where the representation of the mask, the Deku mask, comes from. Like all the other masks, the transformation masks you get have a like an actual character that links up with them. This is it.
Right.
This is the son of the Deku Palace Butler. And he's so sad because he got lost and then Skull Kid turned him into a tree.
That just ruins your day. It doesn't matter who you are. I love this. This is right out of the
Forest Temple.
Forest Temple. And that's a great throwback.
It is really weird how you come out from the Lost Woods underneath the center of Termina.
Yeah.
You've met with a terrible fate, haven't you?
And
probably
oh,
the
Jesus.
the most iconic line from this game.
Yep. I mean, people get tattoos of that.
Oh yeah. Lost a mask, huh? To an imp?
Goodness gracious, couldn't have anything to do with the plot of this tale.
Nope. Camera work in this scene is great too. Like with the Happy Mask salesman.
That's something that they really learned how to do with 3D titles. Because, I mean, before this, Super Nintendo era, what was a camera? You know?
Yeah, it was just centered on Link, and you get a scroll of text if you're lucky.
Yeah. And, I mean, it worked at the time, not bashing on it, but moving up to a 3-dimensional scale really opened up the possibilities in storytelling.
Oh, yeah.
And they really did it so well, too. There were so many points just in Ocarina of Time that were so memorable.
So
Jumping through
there's Mario up there.
Oh, yeah.
Let's see what other masks we have. That looks kind of like King Dedede on the side. I don't know. You should have the Key Guardians from Super Mario 2.
Oh, that'd be so sick. And I like how it's got the hairy guy on the side. Wasn't that like one of the carpenters or something from Ocarina of Time?
That might be. I don't really recognize it.
I recognize it from somewhere in Ocarina.
So, into Clocktown, dawn of the first day.
I like Clocktown because it's so much more open and fleshed out than Hyrule City.
Castletown.
Yeah.
It is such a good map hub. Like, it has everything there, and it has a really unique layout, and it has so many storylines mixing in with it.
Yes. There's so many side plots that you get to explore, and you get some really tangible rewards from them too.
Oh yeah.
not just heart pieces, but entirely different masks and weapons, and God, this game's just so great.
Yeah. So Tattle wants me to go to the North Clock Town and talk to Great Fairy, but I'm not going to, because I already know what to do. I get her missing piece, and could just go from there.
Yes. Unfortunately for the kiddies at home who've never played this, this isn't a first-time playthrough for either of us, so...
I will pirouette through this entire game, and there's nothing you can do to stop me.
I mean, why wouldn't you? Look at his little pirouette. It's so beautiful. Where were pirouettes in Ocarina of Time, huh?
You just had rolls and walking backwards and setting down bombs and putting up your shield, and then you rocket forward or backward across the ground.
Right? Glitches. Beautiful, beautiful glitches.
Beautiful speed runs.
Oh my god, though.
So Skullkhead fucked up the Great Fairy of Clockdown, but we will restore her and see Miss Pointy Tits.
Of course.
Making her triumphant return from Ocarina of Time.
That's right.
Don't look too close to kids or poke your eye out.
And God, she's... like, she was pretty creepy in Ocarina, but like... God dang.
We have now obtained the power of Snot.
And what a beautiful power it is. It's one of the best things about Majora's Mask, because your other transformation masks, they all have so much character to them, you know?
Yeah.
Like when you're playing as Zora and like rocketing through the water, oh my god, it's just such a good feeling.
And there's also the stories you go across in order to get them. Like, God, I forgot their names, because, you know, once you're done with their quest, you never hear about them again. But, the Goron hero and the Zoran guitar player, they've all got pretty good stories by themselves.
Definitely.
So the Deku Snot is basically the slingshot of this game.
Yeah,
like it's the low level projectile. Actually, I get really weirded out with games, not Ocarina of Time because it kind of has a reason for it. When games both have a slingshot and a bow, like Skyward Sword had both a slingshot and a bow, and I wasn't really sure how to feel about it. Because once you get the bow, you're probably never going to use the slingshot again.
Exactly.
So
I mean, I have a problem when
Go ahead.
Oh, go ahead.
No.
I have a problem when a lot of games kind of do that, you know? And it's not always just slingshots and bows, but they have weapons or items, and then later items that just completely remove any function those first ones would have.
Oh yeah, that's really the worst. And like, the weird thing about the slingshot in Skyward Sword is that you can even upgrade it, like, a ton. Like, you can get it to the point where you can shoot, like, 5 bullets at once.
Yeah.
But even then, what's the point when you have the arrow? When you have the bow and arrow? So I'm going on a little hide-and-seek adventure. I've got to find all these kids who give me one of the, well, not right now, but they will give me one of the coolest features in the game, I feel. Which we'll talk about later when we get it.
Yeah, we'll get to that.
Yeah.
No need to spoil too much just yet.
East Clock Town. Home of the inn, the shooting range, the sort of little puzzle room thing.
Yep.
The bomb game parlor. Get the fuck over here.
Yeah, you little shit.
Oh, don't get stuck there. There we go.
This is why parents need to control their kids, damn it.
Well, it's the end of the world. What are you gonna do?
This is true.
Come back here. Come on. Oh, you fucking shit. You fucking
What a
shit.
piece of shit.
Can I go backwards?
No, he ran that way.
I don't want to speak to you.
The kid's on your left now.
Oh, dang. I got him. One person left.
There we go.
He is in the other side of town.
Yep. We're wrecking these kids' asses, though.
Sort of a thing. Do not wreck kids' asses.
No,
Please.
I did not mean that in a literal sense. Not at all. Children are innocent.
Children are assholes.
They are.
But you should treat them nicely,
Exactly.
I guess.
I mean, as nicely as you guess they deserve. I mean, they are kids.
Yeah, these kids, you can go ahead and pirouette into them. No one cares.
Yeah, they don't have parents.
No way, no scrubs.
No scrubs, that's right.
Let's get the code. Which I think is different every time. I'm pretty sure.
Really?
31542. Yeah, it's definitely different. Well, for every game.
Ah, yeah. Every playthrough.
31542.
We'll forget it.
Ah, shit.
Fuck. I mean, couldn't they just tell this kid that the one Deku scrub with a green hat is the one coming out? Like, come on now. Why do we gotta deal with this password nonsense?
Well, it's not a perfect game. Like,
No.
I guess it could be seen from an immersion sort of standpoint. Like, these are a bunch of kids, and we got a secret password to their clubhouse.
Okay, I can see that. That's pretty fair.
Oh. Aiming is inverted.
Oh,
Totally threw me
goodness.
off.
It's something to get used to, that's for sure.
Mr. Scarecrow.
Oh my god. So classic.
One of the bits of Ocarina of Time that nobody talks about.
Yeah!
Like, it's like the most... there are so many secrets and heart pieces you get from it.
Yep.
But nobody talks about it.
Nope. And we got this Merlin lookalike here, hanging out.
I think he was an NPC in Clocktown in Ocarina of Time. Or, not Clocktown. God, Castletown.
Really?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he was standing around, in the main square.
Ah.
The moon sheds a tear.
And it fucks shit up.
Yeah. That's nasty, Skull Kid.
Yeah, why be such a jerk? The moon is so memorable, though.
Oh, yeah. Like, they could have made it way less creepy, but nah.
No.
No.
The creepiness is what makes it so, you know?
Yeah. There's the moon's tear. And now we can give it to, well, a character we haven't met yet.
But we'll meet soon.
It's not really sequence breaking, I just know what to do before I do it.
Exactly. We're not skipping whole dungeons or anything here. This isn't a speed run.
It's probably not a completionist run either, because that is pretty time consuming.
Right? The Great Fairy Mask and all that?
I might at some point do the, do Anju and what's his... Anju and Kefei's side quest, just because I like it so much.
Yeah.
But all you really get out of the whole thing is a heart piece, so we'll see.
Exactly. The Bomber's Secret Society of Justice Forever.
I might have done things a bit fast, because it's not even the night of the first day and I have everything that I need.
No complaints there.
Come here, scrub. This is such a cool story or side quest, I think. Like,
Definitely.
just a bunch of merchants that want to keep trading on us.
Yep. Loo-doo-loo. What I find interesting about this game is that your inventory is very non-static. Like, compared to Ocarina of Time, where there were only a couple items that you didn't have from the minute you got them till the end of the game, like, half the stuff in this game can be traded for something else. Including masks, and like, if you use a glitch, you can pretty much turn anything into a bottle.
Well, there was that glitch in Ocarina of Time, too. Like, I think we talked about this before.
Oh, did we?
Yeah. You swipe at a fairy, and the moment that your bottom touches it, you switch it out.
Oh, that's right, okay.
So, we got a few minutes to waste here. So...
Time to screw around.
Yeah, we'll see you later. I think that's enough waiting. It's almost time. I forgot how long these days in here actually are.
Right?
They actually take some time to get around. We've been waiting for at least 20 minutes now.
Yeah. But it's like, God, that 3-day limit
It adds, it adds a lot of depth to the game with how they can time stuff. It also adds this constant sense of impending doom, which just makes the game's atmosphere.
It really does.
Oh wait, we have to wait till midnight. Fuck.
Fuck.
It'll be a lot easier when we have the Ocarina of Time and we can change time flow.
Yes, exactly.
Okay, the final session of ending is almost over. It is almost midnight on the third and final day, and we can look up the moon's nose.
Which is so exciting.
Come on. Here we go. Actually, I really like how they force you to go through this bit at the beginning of the game, which is, it presents the final showdown at the very beginning of the game, basically.
Exactly. You get the, you get the build up to it from the very get-go.
Yeah.
And it makes so much difference.
It also adds on with the whole, I'm nowhere near strong enough to take on this guy in my current state. Like, it shows what you have to build up to.
Yep.
Like, this is contrasted with, like, Ocarina of Time, where Ganon is presented just as a bad guy with a lot of power, but you don't really see his power. Like, even after 7 years, after Hyrule's been taken over, it's kind of hard to actually see what kind of power Ganon has.
Right.
Here's, like, the prophecy.
Yes.
Basically. Here's the entire game's mission. Go to the swamp, mountain, ocean, and canyon, and bring the four who are there here.
And the Skull Kid's not having any of that.
He's kind of an asshole.
Yep. Just a little bit, you know, kind of trying to destroy the world and all. It's interesting because that kind of...
Oh, I love that yell. I love the yell in this part. Gives me chills.
Doesn't it? And Link's Deku face is just so wonderful.
It's so sad. Like, it's fitting from the character that it came from, but it's so depressing.
Right?
Flashback time.
Flashback. I liked Zelda's iteration in Ocarina of Time.
Yeah, she was pretty badass. Like, it starts out with this just kind of mischievous princess figure, and ends up becoming this this big time rebel who helps you out as an adult.
And there were it never really showed you her power or abilities as Sheik, but she was kind of that mysterious ninja character, you know?
Yeah.
I guess it's kind of like an anime/video game trope, but
I was not happy with how they kind of copied the whole transformation from badass to standard princess in Wind Waker. Because Tetra's awesome. Tetra, fucking fantastic character.
Definitely.
Tetra is Princess Zelda, standard damsel in distress, boring character with nothing really going for her.
It's unfortunate because Wind Waker is another really good game.
Oh yeah.
And that's one of those things that they just didn't quite hit the mark on.
Yeah.
But you know what? They made Tetra, and Tetra's cool as hell. So
yeah, and she was in one sequel and the remake of Wind Waker. So
exactly.
I will now use my magic instrument powers. Oh.
It's nice that those kind of became a staple after this. You can really see how God, you look so cool doing that too.
I like how each of the pipes move separately when you're playing the notes.
And then they just kind of all blare at the same time.
Yeah. Like, they do that with the Goron drums, too.
Yep.
Like, you play each one individually.
This is such a cool sequence, too.
Yeah. We go back in time. Well, we don't really get to replay these parts. Once you're past that, you never go back. Oh, that's dire. That is some... Dawn of the first day, 72 hours remaining.
God, way too spooky. And it's just so wonderful because of it.
Yes, Tattle, everything reset. You'll get used to it.
That instrument, yes.
Now, I remember, it was like 40 minutes ago.
Kind of the whole point of everything we've been doing so far.
Yeah.